Hello students, and welcome to this video for Microsoft Word hands-on exercise number 1. It's nice we're getting to transition here from working with Windows. There's more lessons for the Windows section, and if you want to go through there yourself, you can take a look at those and do some of those exercises to go more in depth. But really those were kind of the basics of what we need to get started with our Microsoft Office training and exercise, so to speak. And so that's why we've jumped to Microsoft Word Hands-On Exercise 1. So if you are joining me for this video, hopefully you have your textbook out, and you're going to turn to page 146 is where our exercise is, 146. And it says, as an office assistant working with a wildlife refugee, this is under the title for the Introduction to Word Processing, you prepare a document publicizing the summer day camps at Swan Creek. Your supervisor provided a few paragraphs that you modify, creating an article for distribution to schools in the area, and you also open a document from a template and create an event planner. Because you plan to use the Office computer for future projects as well, you explore ways to customize Word for ease of use. So we're on step 1, create and save a document, which some of this you know, but we're going to do it again. So we're going to go now to part A. So actually step A, open Word. So I have Microsoft Word open already. It says click blank document, so part of step A. And then it says we need to click save on the quick access toolbar. This is our quick access toolbar in Microsoft Word up here. And actually, oh, I forgot to bring up my magnifier. There we go. So right up here, Microsoft Word, your quick access toolbar. And I'm going to click on save. And of course, I need to go to my location I've been saving the file. So for you guys, it's your flash drive. For me, it's been just here in Documents. I'm going to go down here, and it says I need to name it W1H1 refuge underscore your last name and your first name. So put that down and then click save. So I'm going to go over here and save it. Alright, now that I've saved it, I'm on step B. Click the Insert tab. So up here, these are all tabs right here, and you have multiple of them for different uses. We're going to click Insert, and obviously that means we're going to put something in it. It's talking about 3D models. We've got that. So we have our different ones up here, and it says we need to click the object arrow. So we need to look for objects, and those are actually over here where text is. So object, and there's an arrow next to it, so let's click on that. And then it says click text from file. So text from file. And now you're going to navigate. You should have gone and downloaded the file from Plus Portals for this exercise. So some exercises you're going to need files, other ones you won't, and so you should have that. So I'm going to go and bring that up right now on my computer and continue the video. Alright, I actually went and got the file. I had to download it, and you may have done that too, where you start an exercise and then realize you didn't download the folder or file that you needed. So I just did that right now, and I'm going to go to downloads, and there it is right there. So you're supposed to select as part of step B Word W1H1 camps. So I'm going to click on that and then choose Insert. And you can see it puts in the text from file. It says press Control Home, so Control and Home, that's up above the arrow keys to go to the beginning of the document. And I'll bring the magnifier up here again. I had to close it while I was browsing. There we go. We're going to click Save on the Quick Access Toolbar. And then we're going to click the File tab and click Close. So File and Close right here. Okay, now you notice it closed that Word file. Now step 2, using a template. As a multitasker, you are accustomed to working with several projects at once. And Mrs. Traynam, what a wonderful name, your supervisor, asks that you print an event planner. She must often juggle tasks and need a document that will help organize them. You know that Word provides event planner templates, so you locate one and refer to figure 117 as you complete step 2. And you can see it on page 147. Now step A says click the File tab. So File, click New, and it says click Search for Online Templates box and type Event Planner. So I click in here, Event Planner, press Enter, and click Event Planner. And we can see there's one right over here in the middle, so click that. It's going to show up here closer, so you got an idea of what it looks like, and we're going to click Create. You can see this is provided by the Microsoft Corporation. So it gives you an idea and tells you download size. It's downloading my template. It's creating, you can see here, document number 2. It may take a little bit to load. It's doing that for me. It says click OK repeatedly if necessary to accept settings from any subsequent dialog boxes relating to scheduling that may open. So basically any boxes that come up like this, just click OK. And they said it might have to be multiple times, so to show different dates, okay. Alright, here we have our different file. We're going to click the File tab, and it says to click Close. And it looks like it doesn't say to save it, so I guess we don't need to save it. Alright, step number 3. Although Mrs. Traynam provided you with a good start, you add a bit more detail to the W1H1 refuge article and refer to figure 118 to complete step 3. So we're going to click on File tab. We're going to click on Open, which mine already has it selected. Now let's click on this file right here in the recent list. Now you'll notice we're making good use of, you can keep Microsoft Word open and switch files without having to actually click up here on the X. It's very nice. Alright, we opened it up. This is step B. Click Show and Hide in the paragraph group to display non-printing format marks unless they're already displayed. It's talking about this button right here. Is this one Show and Hide? So I'm going to click on that, and you can see it shows the paragraph marks. So that means I press Enter at these different spots. Click after the sentence. This is step C, ending in finest. So I need to look for the sentence ending in finest immediately after the question mark. Now I could go looking through the document, but what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to hold down Control and press F. It doesn't show it in the book, but we're going to do it this way, and I'm going to type in the word finest. Push Enter, and voila, it finds this for us. I'm going to click on this right here after I search for it, and then I'm going to exit out of this. So I have my insertion point where it needs to go. You can see where the spaces are. There's the little dots. And it says after clicking it immediately after the question mark, so actually, yep, right there. And before the non-printing space character at the end of the 4th sentence, in the body text, press Enter and press Delete. So you can see I basically moved it down one line and then I got rid of that space. Alright, step number D. Scroll down and click after Creek! Exclamation point. So right here, Creek! Exclamation point. Immediately after the exclamation point, after the second body paragraph. So this is our second paragraph. And it says, press Enter, and then type the following text, pressing Enter at the end of each line. So my insertion point is here, and I'm going to type in this text here from the book. Explore nature. Enter. Learn to identify native plants and wildlife. Careful of spelling, wildlife. Take digital photos. Participate in nature seminars. Enjoy relaxing days at the refuge. And you'll notice that as I type it in, that it's actually saving. Oh, we put it to 2 pages now. That it's actually going, excuse me, capitalizing the first letter. It says here for step F, we're going to hold down Control and push End and go to the very last part of the page and press Delete. And now it keeps us back to 1 page. Then we're going to save the document. That's step G. And then step number 4, we're on page 149 at the top. As you continue to develop the article, you check for spelling, grammar, and word usage mistakes, because you're going to make mistakes and other people will too. You also identify a synonym and get a definition. So step A says press Control and Home. So I'm going to push Control and Home. Home is up above the arrow keys. It sends you straight up to the first part. It says right click the red underlined word native in the second line of the first body paragraph in the document. So I have to go over here to native, and you can see it spelled wrong. Right click on it. Oh, excuse me, click on native. Then it says click on the review tab. So this is step B, and click spelling and grammar. Spelling and grammar is actually over here, and they just say check document. And correction spelling and grammar, it says there's 3 results. Another way we can do this, and actually I want you to do it this way instead, is click F7. It's going to do a word check where it goes through. Oh, you know what? I guess they went and changed it. This is actually a little bit different. You have spelling. So let's click on spelling, and you can see native is our first one that comes up. And then you can select the correct one from it. So it says here, as each error is presented, click to select the correct option. So native needs to be spelled right, and that is taken care of. And then it says grammar, and it says birds is not possessive, so ignore the suggested error. So we're going to click ignore once, and then it says it should not include an apostrophe, so ensure that the correct option is selected. So its is over here and should not have apostrophe, so double click on that, and you can see we corrected the whole document. So that's actually a little bit different than what it used to be. They made a change there from what it's in the book. Alright, we finished. So we took care of the errors. I clicked to exit out of that. And then it says step C, read through the document. At least one error in the document is not identified as a spelling or word usage error by word. Identify and correct the error. I'm actually not going to go through and show you this. I want you to go through and look yourself. So I'm not going to tell you what this is. I want you to actually read through this Word document, and it shouldn't take you too long to do it. So read through it quickly and see what the error is that isn't coming up. Alright, step D, select the word immersed in the first sentence of the first body paragraph. So right here, immersed. And it says to select it. The way I can select it is I can double click on a word, and it will select the word just like that and the space. Now, if you don't want the space selected, you click in front of the space and then click and drag going this way, which will do that right there. Click Smart Lookup in the Insights group. So Smart Lookup in the Insights group. And let's see here, I'm trying to find where it is because I believe it changed. Hang on, Smart Lookup. Oh, well, look at that. You can bring I typed it in here and tell me what you want to do, and it brought it up that way. Otherwise, I'm trying to remember which. Oh, here we go. It's in the review tab, excuse me. So the review tab they're on. Oh, you know what? It used to be over here. So actually search for it like how I did. We get another change here from the book, and that's fine. So Smart Lookup. And then it says click define in the insights pane. So apparently I need to turn this on in order for smart lookup to work. So I click turn on, and then click define in the insights pane, which insights is over here. And actually, yep, right here, define, right there. There we go. And it shows me this right here. And there's resources related to it. So this is a good way where if you maybe have a word in a Word document that you don't understand, you can actually look it up and see it. Alright, it says close the insight pane in step C. So I'm going to do that. Close the little X arrow. And then it says here to click the thesaurus. Now, for those of you that might be confused, the thesaurus is not a dinosaur. It is the button over here. It's the relative of the dictionary, so to speak, where we're looking up synonyms, words that basically mean the same thing as what we're looking at, something similar. So, point to the word absorbed. It says, so it says, when was the last time you spent the afternoon in nature, blah, blah. Let's look up. I'm actually going to do Control F to find absorbed. Oh, you know what? Absorbed isn't there. So it looks like, let's do this. Let's search for, oh, let's get rid of the word when, and let's type in absorbed. Since we looked for it in our document, it's not there. There we go. So type that in, push the enter button. And then it says here, point to the word, oh yeah, and click the right arrow at the right, and then select insert. So you can actually pick, oh, here we go. That's what it is. Alright, so you need to have the word immersed. You have that selected, and that's when we get these words to come up right here. So let me try that one more time. I got that messed up. So you double click on there, you click on thesaurus, and there we go. Now we got it to work correctly. So I didn't have my word selected. And then you're going to choose absorbed from the list, and then you can choose to insert that. And the way we do that is, I guess, apparently we have to right click on it. So it's changed a little bit. So you can kind of hear I'm going, what's going on? But it's changed a little bit from since the last time we had done it. So immersed, you go and you have this selected. You go over here, you right click on absorbed and choose insert to put it in there. Now you might go, oh man, we could have just typed it in, Mr. Rogers, and you could have told us that. But you will have other documents that you might want to do this with. And this is the way that you're going to have to do it. You're not going to be able to just have an answer from me. It says close the thesaurus pane, which it kind of was a pain because it was different, and save the document. Alright, we're getting closer, guys. We've got, looks like, 3 more steps left, and they're pretty short. Step 5, you explore some of Word's options that enable you to customize the computer assigned to you at the refuge. So such customization ensures that Word is configured to suit your preferences. Refer to figure 120 as you go. So step 8, click File, and then it says to click Options. Options is all the way down at the bottom of the list, and File. Ensure that the general category in the left pane is selected. So it is. You can see it's darker and it has that outline. It says click Save in the left pane of the Word option dialog box. So we have general first selected, then we're going to go to save, not language, excuse me. And said note that you can adjust the auto recover time and other things like that. So here, and then we're going to go and we're going to choose click cancel, so we're not going to actually make changes. So we're just looking at it right now because eventually you are going to make changes. Step number 6. Page 151, as you continue to explore ways to customize Word preferences, you identify ribbon tabs that you can add or remove. So step A is click File tab, so we're going to do that, File. Then it says click Options, so we're going back down here to Options. and then click Customize Ribbon, which is about halfway down here in this list. Customize Ribbon. And you have a lot of options here. Now, when it's talking about the ribbon, it's that area at the top with all the buttons. And so that's why you can see here like main tabs selected. Those are the main tabs that are selected up there. Now it says click review under the main tabs. It says click the word review, not the check mark beside it. So we're going to click and select it, and you can see it turns blue. Then it says click rename located beneath the list of main tabs. So down here, rename, and type review document, but don't click OK. So review document. It says but don't click OK. Click cancel so that the changes are not saved to a lab computer. So you are not, and click cancel again. So you're not actually making these changes, we're showing you how. So when you have your computer of your own, maybe for college, maybe for high school, or maybe you have your computer at home that your parents let you use and let you make changes to, this is the way you'll know what to do when you get to do that. Alright, we're at step 7, we're at the final part of Word hands-on exercise number 1. Page 152. You customize the quick access toolbar to include commands that you use often. Click the quick access tool or customize quick access toolbar located at the right side of QAT. QAT is quick access toolbar. So basically you're going to click on this little down arrow, and this is the customize quick access toolbar. Then it says to select new from the shortcut menu. So new from the shortcut menu. You can see now new documents up there. Then it says click the review tab. So let's click review tab, we're already there. And then it says right click spelling and grammar in the proofing group and click add to quick access toolbar. So I'm going to right click check document, that's what it actually is. You can see add to quick access toolbar. And then it says right click the new button we added, and it says to remove it, and then also it says to remove the spelling check as well. So right click and remove, and then we're going to save the document. So a lot of the things we did today, well not a lot, but some of the things we did today were just so that way you know how to do it, and that way you'll be able to do it on your own computer and not the lab computer, because of course we want it to stay the way it is because it's set up how we want it to be. So that's the end of Word hands-on exercise number 1. You do want to submit this through the way you were instructed to in the course, and have a great day.